What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader. It's time for another Vintage Collection market update. Lots of good items here. Everything from early TVC to some graded TVC at the end of this video. I tried to kind of group them ungraded and then graded, but lots of really nice items. Prices still remain, for the most part, pretty affordable. And unfortunately, 130point.com is not working right now, so I could not find the best offer accepted for a couple of these, but most of these were at auction or buy it straight, buy it now situations. Let's go ahead and dig right in. As always, thank you to my Patreon supporters. I really appreciate the channel support. Next up, VC09. This is the foil Ultimate Galactic Hunt Boba Fett, and it has the rocket firing Boba Fett mail away on the card back. Pretty good shape overall. Wasn't perfect by any means. Some stress marks right above the hanger tab on the right hand side. A little bit of card curling, but nothing that I couldn't live with. And one little kind of defect in the upper left-hand corner, as you can see on the back of the card. But pretty good condition overall, probably 85 grade condition. And this one sold in an auction. Now, I thought the price was very affordable. $83.92 plus $6.20 shipping. That's a pretty good deal for the foil Boba Fett in my mind. Great price there. Next up, this is that one I had in my what to buy video, and it sold very quickly thereafter. So congratulations if you happen to be a subscriber or viewer of the channel and you saw it for sale. I thought this was a great deal. It really was. It was an unpunched Anakin Skywalker on the Revenge of the Sith card back, VC13. Tough to find this one with the Darth Vader name pill and unpunched. And as I talked about in my what to buy video, this has sold for over $400 unpunched, and this was a really good price. It was listed for $250 plus $6 shipping, and it was a best offer accepted. I'm assuming it was around $225, but you know, that's a good solid, what, 40% off of the highs where this one had sold for recently. Really good buy in my mind. That Darth Vader name pill, Anakin Skywalker, unpunched especially. Very good deal on that one, so congratulations whoever got that one. Next up was Clone Commander Cody. This was the regular non-foil edition with the rocket-firing Boba Fett mail-away offer on the front. This one was a punched example, and this one was the U.S. card back. Fairly clean overall, just very light edge wear on the back of the card. And this one sold for $139.50, free shipping. I thought that was a good price, too. Not bad at all. Next up was an unpunched Jango Fett on the U.S. card back. Really clean looking condition, and this one sold at auction for $121. So as we've kind of talked about, the trend is that for a lot of these TVC 1.0, even unpunched and in really clean condition, it seems like now's a really good time to kind of fill in the gaps in your collection if you're out there looking right now. And it just seems like prices are down across the board. So $121 plus $9 shipping, that's well off of the highs for this one. And it was not perfect by any means, but it was very, very clean. Just some light edge wear and feathering at the top of the card. But beautiful unpunched example for $121 plus $9 shipping. That's a good buy. Next up was the Clone Trooper 212th Battalion. This one was a punched example. And, you know, not perfect by any means. Some light edge wear on the back of the card right here, as you can see below the proof of purchase. The seller was kind enough to kind of show the defects on this one. This one sold for $99 plus $6.20 shipping. And given that this one can sell for unpunched $175 or more, to get this one for $99, given the defects on the card, I think that price was more than fair. Next up was a beautiful unpunched original issue Clone Trooper 501st Legion with the Darth Maul offer on the front. U.S. card back, very, very clean condition, and this one sold for $94.50, free shipping. I thought that was a really great price. And as a reminder, for those of you that do collect graded figures, we've got some coming at the end of this video, and CAS does have a promotion running through the end of February right now, where you can send them in, pay regular grading prices, and they're guaranteeing 30-day turnaround, which is awesome given that, you know, we're used to, you know, let's call it 3 to 5 months minimum for turnaround times. To get them back in 30 days, that's pretty awesome for $60 for modern figures, $70 for vintage Kenner mint-on cards. Really great price right now for those of you who have some that you're thinking about sending in. CAS has a great promotion going. Next up, Bastilla Sean. This is VC69 unpunched, really clean card back with the prototype mail-away Boba Fett offer on the front. That one sold for $182.50. That's a little higher than maybe we've seen it sell for here recently, but this one was awfully clean. I mean, look how beautiful the condition was on that one, especially around that hang tab. Really, really clean. Beautiful card back. The back of the card looked pretty impeccable as well. Probably a 90 grade, if I had to guess. And the price reflected that. I mean, you're going to pay up a little bit for some of these early TVC that are in impeccable condition, and that one certainly fits the bill. Next up, this was a very interesting one. This is the Hoth Rebel 3-pack special action figure set, but this is the multi-language version that was sold over in Europe. As you can see on the front of that box there, it's got all the multi-language, really clean condition. And here's the back that also had all the multi-language. It was a punched example, one little tiny crinkle in the upper left-hand corner there, but overall very, very clean. And this one would be the set that was sold over at Hasbro Europe. So pretty unique to find that one. That one sold over in Europe, in the UK, 180 pounds, which is 218 US dollars, plus shipping. And to me, that's a pretty good buy, just given that it's tough to find that multi-language version special action figure Hoth Rebel 3-pack. Next up was a punched example US card for Starkiller. This one did have the Darth Maul offer sticker. You very rarely see the offerless ones, but I think we documented one maybe a month ago that sold. But this one did have the Darth Maul offer, and it was punched, and it sold for $175. So that's creeped back up a little bit. It got up to over $200. Unpunched, it could sell for as high as $250, and then it kind of came back down again, and now it's kind of creeping back up. So for whatever that's worth, it did sell for $175 plus $585 shipping on 7 bids. That closed on January 12th. Next up, this was an interesting lot. These are all the very tough to find kind of late TVC 1.0 that I think were online sales exclusives. That has VC 101, I think, or 103 for Ahsoka, the original issue Ahsoka, the original Shea Vizsla. It also had the ARC Trooper Commander. It had the Emperor's Royal Guard, obviously the original issue Republic Trooper, and then the Rebel Fleet Trooper. All 6 of these were unpunched, and those sold for $600 plus $17 shipping. Only one bid on that one, but I mean, given that Ahsoka alone can sell for, let's call it $300 to $350 minimum, to get all 6 of those for $600 if you have the money laying around, which is a lot of money, that's a really good deal. I think that was a really good buy. Next up, I want to do a warning because, this is happening more and more, but this is the Shea Vizsla Expanded Universe. And I have seen, this is not one of them, but I have seen some where people have been trying to pass off the original VC 101 as, or pass off the new reissue as the original. This is not one of them. This one sold for $100, which I thought was very fair for an unpunched original issue VC 101. But I did find some data points for $60 to $80 for the reissue. That's like a $15 or $20 card. So just make sure you see the back of that card and you look really closely at the front, with the warning and with the ages 4 and up. But this one was an offerless original issue VC 101. And clearly, well, it's got the paperwork inside, but maybe it was just, maybe it just missed the sticker on the front there. But it does have the paperwork on the inside. Either the sticker was peeled off or it just missed it in the factory during assembly. I tend to think it's the latter because I don't see any kind of litho tears or anything like that on the front of the card back. But anyway, I just want to warn folks that when these figures start getting reissued, I found like 2 or 3 data points for Shea Vizsla reissue that sold for $60 to $80. And obviously that's a ripoff. You can buy it for $15 or $20. So for whatever that's worth. But this original issue for $100 plus $620 shipping, I thought that was a great buy. Next up, an unpunched Neon Numb. And this one was the North/South American. I call it the Canadian version, but it seems like AFA doesn't like to label it as the Hasbro Canada version. I like to call it the Hasbro Canada because it's very clearly labeled Hasbro Canada in the bottom left-hand corner on the card back. But anyway, this one sold for $118.80 free shipping. VC 106 unpunched, really nice clean example. I thought that was a pretty great price for the harder to find North/South American Hasbro Canada version. Now here was that SDCC 6-pack. And this one did not include the Jar Jar and Carbonite. We just documented one that sold at auction for, I think, around $650. Well, this one did not include the Jar Jar and Carbonite, as it very clearly is labeled there in the auction title. That still sold for $350 though. So interesting to me that without the Jar Jar and Carbonite, that sold for $350. We documented another one that did include the Jar Jar and Carbonite that I think sold for around $650. I might be misremembering my numbers there, but that sounds about right. So anyway, I thought that was this one seems a little high given that it doesn't have the Jar Jar. The other one did have some defects on the Jar Jar and Carbonite, so that probably kept the price down just a little bit. But anyway, another data point, if you could live without the Jar Jar and Carbonite, to me, I just can't live without it. I've got to have that one at some point. But anyway, I just wanted to pass that along. Next up, we had a Luke Skywalker crate. Now, this one did have some damage right around the hang tab there. You can see it very clearly in the photo there. It was highlighted that there is a crease around the hang tab. It still sold for $100. And we documented another one that sold for $128, I believe, that was very mint. This one had a lot of edge wear, and it still sold for $100. So, Luke Skywalker crate, I don't know why, but everyone seems to be clamoring for it. And this one is yet another data point for a far from perfect example, and it still sold for over $100 plus shipping. Next up, we got the Imperial Assault Tank Commander. This one sold for 80 pounds, which is 97 US dollars. That's still hovering right around 85 to $100 pretty consistently. So that's another data point for those of you who would like to have that. I wish I had that one. That was just an awesome card back. I love the card image on that one. Next up, we had the Razor Crest Hazlab Pack-In Off-World Jawa Elder Arvala 7. This one obviously was unpunched and looked to be in pretty clean condition. It seems like some of them have some wave to the card. This one looks like it might have had just some minor wave to the card, but this is the HAS 002. And this one sold for $75 free shipping. We just documented the Grogu with the silver chrome pram that also sold for right around 60 to 80 bucks. So it seems like that's what they're going for those two pack-ins, 75 to 80 bucks thereabouts. Now let's dig into some graded vintage collection items. This has been Quadraneros. This one was AFA 8.5 on the modern scale, silver label AFA. Unpunched US card back. That one sold for $106.50 plus $17 shipping. Pretty good deal there for a nice looking character debut card. Next up was the foil Zuckuss, and this one obviously was packed in that con exclusive 2-pack with 4-LOM. This one was an uncirculated 8.5, and I believe I had this one in my what to buy video, and I said if you could pick it up for right around the starting price of $150, that's not a bad deal at all. And given that it's uncirculated 8.5, free shipping, and one bid, took that one home, $150 free shipping. I think that's a great price for an uncirculated 8.5 foil Zuckuss. Same seller also had this Sand Trooper on the foil card back, graded 8.5 on the modern scale. This one is the clean Trooper, obviously, and this one had the rocket firing Fett sticker on the front, but pretty nice looking example. And that one sold for $126 on 2 bids, free shipping. So very good deals there on some graded early TVC. Quinlan Voss, this one was unpunched with the Darth Maul offer US card back, and again this one had an 8.5 on the modern scale with AFA. This one sold for $125.59 plus $17 shipping, so pretty good deal on that one. Next up, these were some great deals, so congratulations to those of you, I think, in the UK that picked these up, but only one bid on all of them. But these were the Target exclusive 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm droids. This one was the C-3PO. That one sold for 70 pounds, which is 85 bucks plus shipping. He also had the Boba Fett. That one sold for 70 pounds. And then also, finally, was the R2-D2. All three of them were graded UKG 90%, and all of them only had one bid at 70 pounds, which equates to 85 bucks. Those were some fantastic deals. So I'm assuming that the same buyer picked up all three of them, and you got some really nice high-grade Target exclusive droids figures for very, very inexpensive, in my opinion. So congratulations if you happen to pick those up. That's all I really had for this video. Thanks so much for watching, as always, and I'll be back soon.